Every minute wasted is another step closer to regret. And the truth is, most of you are sabotaging yourselves every single day without even realizing it. These aren't the big, dramatic mistakes that you can easily point to and fix. These are the small, insidious habits, the ones that creep into your life, take root, and slowly destroy your potential. Let's get real. Most of you are living on autopilot. You're stuck in a cycle of bad habits, excuses, and distractions, and you don't even see it. You wake up, go through the motions, and wonder why nothing in your life is changing. You're blind to the ways you're holding yourself back. You waste time like you've got an infinite supply of it. Every time you scroll mindlessly on your phone, every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," every time you choose comfort over effort, you're throwing away the one thing you can never get back. Time is your most valuable resource, and you're squandering it. You're too comfortable. Let's call it what it is, laziness. You take the easy path every chance you get because it's safe, because it's predictable, because it doesn't hurt. But you know what? Comfort is a trap. Growth only happens when you're uncomfortable. And if you're not willing to step into discomfort, you're choosing mediocrity. You listen to your doubts, that voice in your head that says, "I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. What if I fail?" You let it control you. You give it power. And every time you listen to it, you weaken yourself. Doubt is a liar, but only if you choose to ignore it. You don't take ownership of your life. You blame your circumstances, your upbringing, your lack of resources, anything but yourself. Let me make this clear. Your life is your responsibility. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody owes you anything. If you're not where you want to be, it's because of you, and only you can change that. You overthink everything. You spend more time planning than doing, more time worrying than acting. You get stuck in analysis paralysis, trying to make everything perfect before you start. But here's the truth. Perfect doesn't exist. The only way to figure it out is to take action. Stop thinking, start doing. You say yes to everything. You don't set boundaries. You let other people's priorities dictate your life. You spread yourself too thin, trying to please everyone, and end up neglecting what matters most. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something important. Learn to say no. You quit too soon. You try something, hit a roadblock, and give up. You tell yourself it wasn't meant to be, that it was too hard, that you'll try again later. But here's the truth. The moment most people quit is the moment success was just around the corner. The people who win are the ones who keep going when everyone else gives up. You're afraid of failure. You avoid risks because you don't want to fall on your face, because you don't want to look stupid, because you don't want to feel pain. But failure isn't what's holding you back. Fear is. Failure is part of the process. Fear is the thing that stops you from even trying. You settle. You tell yourself, this is good enough. I don't need more. I don't want to risk what I have. You trade your dreams for security, your potential for comfort, but settling doesn't bring peace. It brings regret. Good enough is the enemy of great. You wait. You wait for the right time, the right opportunity, the right feeling. You wait for someone to tell you it's okay to start. But waiting is just procrastination disguised as patience. There is no right time. There is only now. Stop waiting. Start moving. You don't push yourself. You do the bare minimum and expect extraordinary results. You want the reward without the sacrifice, the success without the struggle. But here's the harsh truth. You get what you give. If you're not willing to give it your all, don't expect to get anything back. These mistakes are killing your potential one day at a time. And the worst part? Most of you will keep making them because it's easier to ignore the problem than to fix it. But if you want to change, you need to wake up. Start paying attention to the ways you wake up every day with a choice. a choice to show up or to sit back, to face the hard truths about your life or to pretend everything's fine. But most people take the easy way out. They convince themselves their mistakes don't matter, that their daily actions aren't adding up. Let me tell you something. Every single choice you make either builds your future or destroys it. These mistakes, they're not just bad habits, they're silent killers. They're robbing you of your potential one small decision at a time. And the scariest part, you don't even see it happening. It's like a slow poison. Every time you procrastinate, every time you make an excuse, every time you settle, you're killing your dreams, your goals, and the person you're supposed to become. But let's dig deeper. Why do you keep making these mistakes? It's not because you're lazy or incapable, it's because you're scared. Scared of change, scared of failure, scared of what people will think. You've let fear get a stranglehold on your life, and it's keeping you small. You think you're playing it safe, but the truth is, you're playing scared. And playing scared never wins the game. You avoid challenges because deep down you don't believe you can handle them. You doubt yourself. You think, what if I try and fail? What if I'm not good enough? So you stay in your comfort zone. But here's the hard truth. Your comfort zone is a prison. It's where dreams go to die. Every day you stay comfortable is a day you're choosing mediocrity over greatness. Let's talk about excuses. Every time you say, I'm tired, I'm too busy, or I'll do it tomorrow, you're lying to yourself. And deep down, you know it. Those excuses are shields you use to protect yourself from discomfort, from effort, from failure. But the problem is, those excuses are keeping you exactly where you are. Stuck, unfulfilled, average. Excuses are the chains that keep you from freedom. Then there's procrastination. The biggest lie procrastination tells you is that you've got time. You don't. Every second you waste is a second closer to regret. You keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years are gone. And what do you have to show for it? Nothing but regret for all the time you wasted. Procrastination is the thief of your future. You let yourself off the hook too easily. You don't hold yourself accountable. When you mess up, you blame your circumstances, your past, other people, anything but yourself. And while you're busy pointing fingers, your life stays the same. Because here's the thing. You can't change what you don't own. Accountability is power. It's the key to growth. But you're too busy avoiding responsibility to use it. Another mistake? You don't set boundaries. You let other people's priorities take over your life. You say yes when you should say no. And in trying to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, not even yourself. You feel drained, resentful, and lost because you've given away control of your time and energy. But the truth is, nobody respects someone who doesn't respect themselves enough to set boundaries. Let's talk about quitting. You quit when things get hard. You give up when you don't see immediate results. You let setbacks convince you that you're not cut out for this. But here's the truth. Quitting is the real failure. Everyone struggles. Everyone faces obstacles. The difference between winners and losers is that winners keep going, even when it's hard, even when it hurts. And then there's the biggest mistake of all. You settle. You settle for less than you're capable of because you're afraid to ask for more. You settle for a job you hate, a life that's unfulfilling, a version of yourself that's far below your potential. Why? Because it's easier, because it's safer. But settling is the slowest form of failure. It's the death of your ambition, your growth, your dreams. The truth is, every one of these mistakes boils down to fear. Fear of effort, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what people will think. And the only way to stop making these mistakes is to face that fear head on, to look it in the eye and say, you don't control me anymore. You need to take a hard look at yourself. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What excuses am I making? What am I settling for? and then do